Hi guys, welcome to Orygyn. No. Welcome to 5 Mad Heathens, yes. Now this isn't the Orygyn channel, this is 5 Mad Heathens, I must remember that. So, it's good to be here, thanks to everyone for inviting me. And, well, let's get to it, shall we? Douglas, aka The Last Holdout, had a question for today for me to answer. What is your greatest fear? So, in order to really explain it, I need to give you a few examples because it's quite complicated. So, let's take a school example first of all. You know how you get detentions in school, yeah? Well, I was particularly sensitive to those. So, if anyone ever gave me a detention, I'd get really, like I'd break down, basically. So I was really afraid of getting detentions, but you know, it doesn't quite. There's more to it. Like if my parents ever shouted at me, I'd break down as well. So it's really a kind of fear of punishment by authority figures, if you like. I think it might be slightly more complicated than that, but it's hard to describe. So that's basically what it is. How did it come about? Well. Basically, I think on the first day of school, my parents said something like, you know, if you get in trouble, then you won't have dinner that day or something like that. I mean, I don't think it was quite that bad, and I don't want this to be a black mark against my parents. It's just, you know, some people are particularly sensitive to stuff like that. Some people aren't. There's no way of knowing. So, I like the way I've turned out. I don't want this to be a black mark or anything like that. So, yeah. You have more than one fear. I think this first one might have spawned a second because in high school this fear got pulverized. Like around about second year, people really took advantage of it. People drew up fake detentions. Like they came in the form of slips of paper. So like they would forge signatures from teachers, and I'd actually believe them because the scenario, like the reason, would be quite believable. It could possibly match up to something that actually happened during that week. So yeah, it was really annoying. And the thing is, you know, this problem, this giving out fake detentions, people really went out of their way to do this. People looked for scenarios where I could possibly have slipped up, and then they forged them with that reason. So I don't know if you understood that part. It's quite hard to describe, but in order to combat this, I had to go out of my way to prevent this as well. So I kind of withdrew. I became really quiet. I became like an ultra perfectionist in school, and yeah. And this kind of created a social phobia, which I still have. Like I can't initiate conversations or something. I just have to go. I can say hi, and you know, someone asks me how I am, I can say fine, and that's pretty much it. Even with my best friends, like this is like 90% of all the talking I do just right here, on video for 5 Mad Heathens or Orygyn or whatever. So yeah, that's the second fear. I don't really have any significant ones other than that. So, what else? Have you ever been paralysed by that fear? My reactions to these fears are really more animated than simply being paralysed. Like I break down, like I said. I'd probably end up screaming or something like that. I'd just go absolutely hysterical, basically. So there wouldn't be any paralysis. There's not any 1,000-yard stare or anything like that. So has it ever ruled your actions as well? If you take into account the social phobia, then you could argue that it's ruled my actions constantly up until this day, basically. So yeah, it's had an effect for about 7 years, basically. Yeah, very cheery emo video to start off my time here on 5 Mad Heathens. Yeah. Would I be able to confront it? guess I'd have to think up some scenario where that would happen. Like, let's say my music career takes off, and I'm in a position where maybe I have one song which could change the world and everyone knows it. If I release it, but it's really offensive, so let's say like my family doesn't want it released and they say they'd disown me or something if I did. So let's say it was that scenario. Let's say, well, would I be able to release that song and get disowned from my family for doing so? I don't know. I want to say yes because that's what I think about doing. That's what I want to do. But whether I'd be able to, I really don't know. So, okay, I think that's it. I hope that was a reasonably satisfactory start to the 5 Mad Heathens. Start to my time on 5 Mad Heathens. Yeah. So hope that satisfies you. Hope that satisfied you, Douglas. Who's it on Monday? I believe it's Mozza. So I look forward to seeing everyone else's answers, and of course Douglas's himself. And I'll try and think of a question for next week. I do believe I'm next. If not, leave some angry comment saying you're wrong, Orygyn. You're completely wrong. So yeah. Okay. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.